Alright, lean in for a second. You know that feeling when you sit down to game or work and your system already feels one step behind you? That quiet frustration before anything even loads? That's exactly why we're talking about the Skytech King 95. This is for the kind of person who doesn't make excuses for their setup anymore. You notice when frames dip, when load times break immersion, when multitasking feels like a negotiation instead of flow. You've reached the point where it still works isn't good enough. Before we go any further, do yourself a favor and check the current price in stock. Systems like this don't sit still, availability shifts, pricing moves, and waiting usually means missing the window you actually wanted. You knew it was time to upgrade the moment your old PC started hesitating in moments that should feel smooth. Games that should run effortlessly instead demanded compromises. Creative work that should feel instant turned into waiting. That's the realization moment, when you admit you've outgrown the gear you've been tolerating. The first time you power the system on, something changes. There's a calm confidence to it. Apps open instantly. Games load without drama. The experience doesn't feel forced, it feels natural, like the machine is finally keeping pace with how you think. You stop managing performance and start enjoying it. Picture long gaming sessions where frame pacing feels locked in and smooth. Competitive matches where responsiveness feels immediate instead of delayed. Editing, streaming, browsing, and background tasks all running at once without that creeping fear that something's about to stutter. This isn't about raw numbers, it's about momentum. Once you feel it, you can't go back. Here's the thing most people don't admit: once you experience this level of performance, every weaker option feels like a step backward. You'll catch yourself comparing everything else to this, and that's loss aversion kicking in. You don't want to give up smoothness once you know what it feels like. If you're thinking about waiting for a sale or hoping prices settle, remember how often that turns into regret. Stock changes, deals vanish, and suddenly you're watching instead of playing. Don't let hesitation be the reason you delay something you already know you want. Maybe part of you is wondering if something cheaper could get you close enough. But deep down, you already know the answer. Close enough still feels like compromise, and you're done with that phase. You're choosing consistency, confidence, and headroom for whatever you throw at it next. And here's the surprise benefit nobody talks about enough: pride. You sit down differently when you know your system won't flinch. You launch games expecting smoothness, not hoping for it. That quiet confidence changes how every session feels. Performance that stays smooth under pressure, responsiveness that feels immediate, visuals that stay clean and stable, multitasking without second thoughts, a setup that finally matches your ambition. It isn't the cheapest desktop available, it will spoil weaker systems for you at some point. You stop looping through comparisons and choose the machine you already wanted from the start. Check the price, see what's available, and if your gut is already nodding, trust it. Don't let this be one of those upgrades you delayed and regret it later.